Hey there tech fans, Rick here again from Drone Valley. In today's video, I'd like to show you a way to easily maximize your charging capabilities by using a Hydra cable. Now we released the original Hydra cable a couple of years ago and it's a Drone Valley product. It essentially allows you to plug this into one port on your charger and charge 3 different devices at the same time. Well, we've had a ton of questions about this cable. A lot of people like it, a lot of people are using it, but we've updated it recently to accommodate some of the newer equipment because the original version of this product had a USB-A connector on the charging end. This is what you plug into your charger, and it had a micro USB, an Apple connector, a Lightning, and a USB-C connection on this end. And the challenge is the charging standards have changed an awful lot over the last couple of years, and most products today are USB-C connections. So we've changed this to be a heavier duty cable. It's a little bit more flexible than the last one, and it's got 3 USB-C connections on the end, which means the minute you plug this into any wall charger, all 3 of these become live and you can charge various devices. Now, where would you use a cable like this? Well, for starters, most chargers have a single port on them, so you can only charge one device at a time, which is okay, but it takes a long time if you're charging a drone, a controller, a battery pack. You've got to keep swapping the cable around. Or if you're in your car and you're using a car charger, you've got a single port in that car charger. You've got to decide what you want to charge on that drive over to your flying location. So this cable solves that problem because, again, it allows you to use a single port on your charger and charge 3 different devices at the same time. Now, a couple of drawbacks to a Hydra cable like this. Number one, it can't speed sense. So for example, if you're using a single cable and you've got a product like this that has PD charging capabilities, the minute you plug this into a smart charger, like this one, it'll actually interrogate the battery pack, figure out what the voltage and current should be, and it'll actually adjust the voltage up and the current up to quickly and safely charge these batteries. That can't happen on a Hydra cable like this because there are 3 devices connected and it can't negotiate individually with all 3. So what this cable will deliver is a standard 5 volt at 2.4 amp charging current, but again, the advantage is you plug in 3 devices and go get a cup of coffee. You don't have to worry about coming back and swapping cables all over the place. So it's been very successful for us and a lot of customers really like it. All right, so what happens if you don't have a USB-C connection on your device? Well, a lot of the older devices like this controller and some of the battery packs we charge, or you've got an Apple device that still uses that Lightning connection. Well, the kit includes adapters. So one adapter right here will change the USB-C into a micro USB. So you can plug that into here and you can charge that. Another one of these will change the USB-C into an Apple connector, plug that on the end of it, and now you've got micro USB, Apple, and USB-C. So you can modify this to fit pretty much any of your equipment that you charge on a regular basis. And you can plug this into your car charger, your home charger, a battery bank, whatever you want to use to charge those devices. We also include another adapter because one of the other standards that's changing is the charger end of things. Now, normally the chargers had this USB-A connection on it, which has been around since the beginning of time, but a lot of chargers nowadays are using the USB-C connection. So this cable has a USB-A on the end that plugs into the charger. Well, what if you got a newer connector? You've got a newer charger. Well, we include another adapter that'll convert this USB-A into a USB-C. So this way you can plug it into the USB-C port and charge, or you can plug it into the USB-A port and charge. So it's giving you sort of a universal cable for charging pretty much anything you need out there in the field. And again, it's a very convenient way to plug in multiple devices to a single charger port and start charging those devices. So let me show you how it works here. So I've got a standard Drone Valley 65 watt charger right here. I'll plug this into the USB-A port and I'll plug this into a standard wall outlet. Now all 3 of these at this point are live, so I can plug anything in that I need to. So for example, here's one of the charging banks, that'll start charging. If I want to charge the controller, let's do that. Plug that into a USB-C. Well, what if I've got another controller that's the older style? Like I'd mentioned, I've got a micro USB converter right here, and I'll plug that into the side of the unit. Just be really careful with this because DJI didn't do a great job with the guide on the side of that. And there you go. So all 3 of those are charging. Now, what if I've got an Apple product? Well, again, I've got another connector here that'll adapt any of these for an iPhone or an iPad or some of the older Apple gear. And again, the beauty of this is that a single charger port allows me to distribute that current to 3 devices at the same time. Now, a lot of the questions we got were, how fast will they charge the devices? Well, number one, it depends on the charger you've got, right? There's only a certain voltage and current available at the charger. In this case, it's 5 volts at 2.4 amps, which is distributed across all 3 devices. If this one is thirstier than these two, it's going to take a little bit more current. So once this finishes charging, then that current can distribute among the two that are left. So over time, we call it the stadium effect. It's going to try and charge everything quickly, but since there are different levels of charge when you start, the one that needs the least amount of charge will finish first, and then the voltage and current that went to that will be distributed across the other two, and they'll charge quicker. When this one finishes, this one will charge really quick. So you'll get there eventually, but that's not the point of the cable. The point of the cable is to allow you to use a single port to charge multiple devices. And again, we came out with this a couple of years ago, and a lot of people rushed in, tried it, took it out in the field, and they've come back several times for more of these products. And we thought, okay, let's sit down and redesign it for more of a modern charging setup. And that's what we did with the 3 USB-Cs. Now, if you do decide that you want to charge a single device, we have other cables. We talk about this a lot. This cable was the one that started it all, but we've also designed some heavier duty cables if you want to charge things using that PD standard like I'd mentioned. We've got a couple of cables there. Here's one, it's a magnetic version, which is a 65 watt cable. Again, heavy duty, it's got a cloth exterior, really flexible, and it's got a magnetic attraction. So when you roll it up like this, it's going to stay together because it's magnetic. Well, this one will run PD charging. It'll voltage sense, it'll actually current sense against the device, and quickly and safely charge that. So let me show you how that works. This has PD capabilities, so let me plug that guy in. And the minute I plug that in, it's going to sense batteries inside there. It's going to find the one that needs the least amount of charge and start charging that quickly. And if you look how fast that strobe's going. So that's a 65 watt charger, PD charging that. If you need even more current, we've got a 100 watt cable. This is a heavy duty 100 watt cable. It'll also conduct 4K video. You can use this with your laptop and a charger like that to charge your laptop. So this one is a really heavy duty cable, and you really won't need this unless you're charging gigantic batteries, maybe for the Mavic 3, or you're charging, Avada batteries. Those take a lot of current as well. So something big like this will work with those heavy duty currents. But typically on a 65 watt charger like this one is good for PD charging, and this one is great if you want to maximize the use of that port. And that's pretty much all I had for today. So these are available on the website. It's a Drone Valley design product. Again, we spent a lot of time putting this together, a ton of testing to make sure that it's reliable, it's durable. This unit we've had in testing for the last, I'm going to say 6 weeks or 8 weeks out in the field. And everything we offer on the website is something that we've typically designed by ourselves and taken out in the field and tested it extensively, because the last thing we want to do is put a product out that we don't use ourselves and that we can't recommend to friends. So this Drone Valley custom Hydra cable is a product we're pretty proud of, and again, it solves a problem for us, and it may solve a problem for you as well. So I've got links below if you want to go check it out on our website or on Amazon, and again, you'll be supporting the channel if you purchase through those links. So thanks an awful lot for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're getting plenty of time out there with your drones over this beautiful summer so far. We have a couple more weeks of flying here in the States before it gets really cold, especially in New Jersey. So I'm thinking we got a month or two yet. Get out there and fly that drone because winter's coming. Anyway, thanks an awful lot for watching, and until next time, keep flying and stay happy.